to talk a bit about how these initiations fit in, is that there's still clearing for us to do. Most importantly is the empowerment that needs to happen, and the integration of the empowerment of our greater self, of the Source. Some people call it the Christing. It's a very nice way of saying it, except that people have a lot of things about religion. So I stay away from it sometimes. But that's what it is. It's when the masculine and feminine, the duality, can come together in one beautiful, magnified, pleasant, meaning not strife. There might be tension, but not strife. Not this strange, who are you, so then I'll be like this, and that kind of jousting. It's more of a, right? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. There's one place in the body, I believe I mentioned it, about the sacredness of the hara and the womb area with people. That's been so undervalued, tremendously undervalued. So this is a place that, especially with spiritual people, needs to be embodied. We've got to get in there, and get in there in the way that maintains our circulation with creationary forces. That's what's been lacking. I'm liking how that's coming through. A circulation with the creationary forces of the All, God, life, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it life. Life propels us. And we have it right here. So the first initiation in this series is the sacred womb illumination. It's to go in there and to just, and it's not about the second chakra per se, it's bigger than that. It's the creative fount. The fount means that's the head of it. It's the, if you've ever seen the headwaters at Mount Shasta or something, it's just, it just pours out from the ground and you can drink it. It's pristine. Springs are pristine. Isn't that amazing? We can drink it. It's the same here, and it's pristine. Right, and then the other thing I'll bring up right now, since we're in that area, the last one in this series in particular, the inner Grail, cup and sword alignment. This tells something about the masculine and feminine in the body and what happens, which is that when we get this center more, some people would say juicy, in terms of the availability of that fount, that fountain, just able to be moved in whatever direction you wish to have it moved. As that becomes more and more filling of our pelvises and gives us a seat in our body there with that. There's also a sword component that's vertical. It's akin to the pranic tube and the kundalini channels. And there's a point at which, when the cup is clear enough and perfectly situated in the pelvic region for men and women, that the sword can come in and it's on a point and it will engage perfectly, and it has to be perfect, and it will balance in exquisite harmony within the body. Exquisite harmony. There's nothing that feels like it. it's ecstatic, it's strong, and it gives full and total support for the creationary energies and this pristine alignment of how one carries oneself and how one carries oneself in the world. Not to mention, it's extraordinarily physically beneficial.